drive, even though I've already gone over there, but I can drive it over there now, which I'll do that. I'm waiting for the west one, give myself a little bit of an advantage. So this will be fun. I have now got latency, because we're on a dedicated server, which I didn't have before. It's all good. My server's in Sydney, and I've only got around about a 30 millisecond ping anyway, and I'm used to it because I played a lot on Duck servers, his servers are normally in Sydney as well.
See, I didn't get the money for those contracts. I have 29,000. Like I said. Even though I could finish them, I did not get the money.
You shouldn't be able to finish them, that's the thing.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, and Field, nothing about 8,000. One contract is 3,034 and one contract is 1,300.
Oh well, it was worth a go. Just trying to dabble in a small percentage of the millions that you had. Just trying to Robin Hood it.
Robin Hood it, right? You mean?
Aye?
Nothing. You mean nothing good about it?
Oh, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, namely me. Right, so we'll just wait for DJ. Once DJ's in, let me know when you're in, DJ.
Just putting in the new mods, that's all.
Not happy.
What?
Yeah, my keyboard's not working. I'm gonna Alt F4. I'll be right back.
Okay, hang on, I'll just get rid of your feed. There we go.
Let's see how this works.
Well, good news, there's movement on the server.
Oh, and he killed me. Just like that.
So, now we know where Casper's hometown is. Let me know when you're back in. Oh, my God, I should tell me tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm missing now. Hang on, I'm missing one. Power tools.
You can get that off the
Yeah, I'm just gonna write it down to
mod hub.
Alright, it's working this time.
There we go. So far, if it can go wrong, it will. If it can't go wrong, it still managed to find a way to do it anyway.
You still need to change your name back.
Did it revert? Oh, yeah. Beeps.
I think to make it permanent, you have to change it in the main menu. I'm not sure though.
I think it's be reverting, same guy.
That could be easy.
No, actually, it's saved on your PC.
Is it?
Yep. Because once I changed it, because it takes it from your Microsoft account name, and I had to change it because it was my real name. And I had, funny thing is, the save game, it kept reverting back, but when I was on a multiplayer, and the multiplayer changed it. So, but I think, yeah,
They
eventually
fixed it with the first big update though.
yeah. And it's been that like that ever since, so no matter what game I go into, it just brings up my Jimmy.
Your real name of Morenrod Samederem?
I'm missing a lot of mods. I'm just gonna re-download the thing again.
How can you be missing a lot of mods?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I think you added in more mods than what was needed.
No, I added four mods. And even
Yeah, but I got in without the previous 4 mods, but then now there was 6 more added, and I don't have them anymore.
Ah,
Yeah.
that is hella weird.
It is weird. So I'm just gonna go back to that one and re-download the server.
Hang on a sec, why
It
did
is
I only
even-
get $600 for the bale that time when I got a lot more last time? What's going on here?
Might be because that was the last bale, and $600 is what you got for it because contract's not completed yet.
No, both contracts were fully completed before I delivered the bale.
Yeah, it's the same bale because it collected on it last time, and when I delivered it here, it was a lot more than that. Anyway,
Have you
why am I driving
collected
this
the
somewhere?
contract?
No, but I mean, the contract's finished. So whatever I deliver is mine. That bale completely was mine.
Hmm.
I don't have to collect because I won't take it anymore because it's all done. So
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure I got a lot more money than that from the bale last time. Had nothing really to verify that because I can't remember. Oh, I do actually have a VOD. Anyway, I'm going to click on those contracts, that one and that one. Any DJ
That
coming?
was like 7,000 liters, right?
I don't know what it was.
At least when I checked before. Yeah, you should have gotten way more. I shouldn't have gotten close to 10.
Right.
Right.
Oh, another thing, DJ. I've got to keep
Yeah,
get you up to date with this. There's a harvesting job on field 57 for sugar beet. Do not touch it. Nobody grab it. The reason
that
is because that was your sugar beet harvest that you had in the contract. So I went in last week and got hire workers to finish the job for you, so we can get that field on the keep going. And what the hire worker did was deliver it, but for some reason I got the money for it, and it wasn't completing the contract. So what I did is I cancelled the contract. I gave you the money for the contract, and I gave you extra $2,000 for overhang.
Oh,
And
okay.
the contract's come back up. Since it's technically already been done, we're not actually going to use that contract.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's
we're going to leave it there, and then eventually the field will wilt, wither, whatever, and it will disappear.
Yeah, we are getting close to skipping season anyway, right?
Yeah, well, there's no more contracts. I just refreshed. We've got nothing there. So who's got contracts going at the moment?
Only DJ, the baling contract.
And
I've got a-
Lossing.
Oh yeah, and losing the harvesting one.
I've got to log in as an admin to be able to speed up the time as well. Really?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
Did you not know that?
Stupid.
Well, I mean, I can just skip the night and.
No, don't do that yet because I'm in the middle of doing something. As I'm
Yeah,
logging
but I
in.
mean, losing is almost done with that harvesting contract is almost done.
Yeah, but
and
I
DJ
want to get it up to 5 times speed how it's supposed to be.
Oh crap!
Oh,
Yeah.
My connection.
You've lost your connection.
What in the heck?
Here's me thinking going to a dedicated server would be a lot better than the old peer-to-peer. It appears that it's not true.
it appeared to peers? Jesus. Really?
Yeah, when you update halfway through a stream. Yeah. Update mods. Well, we could have just done it like after stream.
No, we
Oh,
needed
well,
the refresh contracts mod
yeah.
though. We had to have that one.
Definitely. So what I might do while I'm waiting for everyone else is I might go over. Oh, hang on. What do we got here in the way of things that need to be done on the grass side?
Yeah,
Luke.
they should need farming out of them, right?
So those are grass. 13, 14, 17, 19, and 18, and 16. 15 is yet to be done. Is it? No, 15's in the middle of growing. Who was that just
That's
came in?
cause the losing. That's because the contract hasn't been finished, and we have skipped quite a few nights since.
Yeah, but it's green. It's not orange.
Yeah, but what do we want to bet that when he finishes the contract on 15, it goes to grey?
No, hang on. I know it goes to purple for harvest like 16, but my point is, it says it's growing. It doesn't say it's ready for harvest on 15 on the map. It's dark green for growth.
That is correct, but that contract is unfinished for a few months now.
Oh,
maybe
right. Okay. Gotcha. That's right. He's got to finish off 16 and deliver the ones on 16.
Exactly.
Oh, so it regrew.
I don't know, dude. I'm just guessing.
Yeah,
So.
it must have regrown, because otherwise it would have been, if it's done, it would have been purple for harvest. But it's green for, well, it's almost actually ready to be harvested. It's dark green.
Oh.
Anyway, how you getting on, DJ? Because we're waiting on you. Mind you, there's no contracts anyway, except for the lossing. How many contracts have you got, lossing?
Just one. Do you want me to just polish this one off real quick? It's about done.
Yeah, finish the contract, mate. Yeah, your goal is to make money and money quick.
I thought we were waiting for DJ.
No.
Oh, gotcha.
His lack of
all the bloody mods.
his lack of organisation is not your issue.
Just throw 'em.
Wow, JJ, that's really toxic.
So what I'm going to do is, while I'm waiting, well, at least I'm not skipping time. I'm going to go up and roll these other fields. Hang on, what's that other one? The other one that's 71. Yeah, so I'm going to go and roll these fields while I'm waiting for you. See, I am nice when I want to be. So I'm going to join that farm there at the end. Smedo, if you got nothing to do, you want to join me? And we can go roll some fields while we're waiting. That way we're doing something. And people see us doing something. Alright. I've got to buy the fields, I know. I'll send this one off down to field 71. I'll grab another one. Were you going to help, or?
Yeah.
Okay, well what I'll do is me and the helper will go down to the big field 71, and I'll do that. I'll get them to do one-on-one, and then, you're buying them, are you?
Yeah, do not buy the one with contracts running.
Yeah, don't buy 16 or 15 for the moment. The DJ sorted out. And, yeah, I'll get the hired worker to do one side and I'll do the other.
Finish all of those up here. Should be easy enough.
I've got to get used to this slight little ping rate, the latency in my steering. Right.
Yeah, you got 30 MS. I got 105.
77. So shut up.
Rubber banding. There we go. Things I've never had before. Okay. Oh, that's class. I went to go and press the button for bringing the map up, and I just brushed the button that starts the tractor. These days it doesn't work properly. I think it's a bit worn, but yeah, it just, all I have to do is not really press the button. I just have to Just brush it and it works.
Okay, the vehicle control add-on is not working.
Isn't it?
I may have
I
to.
can push the buttons all I want, nothing happens.
You may have to go in and check your key.
Just check the key. I just did.
And it's not working. Oh.
Yeah, mine's not working either. Wonder if you have to be logged in as admin to make it
I
work.
am logged as admin.
Are you?
And it worked, well, it was almost better, but still, it should work without admin.
Hey Aussie mate, have a look at your client donation network, dedicated server, and we've had nothing but problems so far.
It's all your fault, is what we are saying.
No, I'm not saying that at all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if me other one's going to be working. Oh, well, would you look at that? That one's working,
Yeah, but I don't know how to use that.
don't ya?
No.
It's easy. What I did is I just replaced the keys to get the other one going with this. So I set it up as the same keys. So Control W. What do you mean I don't have access to this thing? Did you buy 71?
Oh, no. So,
Oh, you did
there
now.
you go.
Thank you. Oh, Lossing's with us today, Aussie. He'd be new to you, but he's well known to us. Well, to me it's Smudo at least. I think him and DJ met a while ago as well. And
DJ and I used to play Call of Duty together. Way back then.
Patrio's MIA today. He's doing real life car simulator. From what I can gather. Alright, let's have a look. You're right, it isn't working. I can't even bring up the menu for it. Don't tell me that's not on there as well.
Well, it is.
Really
on
likely, I'd say.
the HUD is there
What HUD?
for enhanced vehicle.
You mean the key bindings?
No, the HUD, like the four-wheel drive. And the
No, the other one. The other one he wants. Vehicle add-on. So yeah, don't tell me that's it. Okay, Smitto, do you want to know how to work the GPS on this? On the other one?
Well, I'm kinda gonna have to.
Well, what you do is, for a start, let's go into key bindings and look under enhanced vehicle and look at all the key for it. I think it's basically all around, I think control home or control end, it's all around that. Are you doing an oil change this morning? Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he had to get something done before midday. There he is.
I'm here. Oh, now I can sit back and relax. Oh.
Right. Yeah, Smedo, what you need to do is probably go on and do the key bindings, but the advantages with this one over the other one is you can bring up lines, so you can line yourself up to the next one, so each row, if you know what I mean, which you can't do with the other one. So what I did is, like, you know, when it's usually Control W to set that up, I changed the snap one to Control W. And then you can bring up the lines. There's a button to bring up the lines. Yellow lines. You've got a red lines for guidance. And you've got yellow lines which will give you rows, so you know you can how to automatically line up for your next row. And when you got the yellow lines up and set to that, you can utilise the options to have an automatic turn or disable cruise control when you get to the end. And there'll be a button to bring up the lines as well, turn them on and turn them off. And I would actually tell you them, but like I said, I've got them set up already on my steering wheel. Yeah, so you've got it. So once you line up, you can snap to an angle. Once you line up, then you can bring up and set the yellow lines. I'm actually going to do a headland or two. Master Matthew 51 is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
So I'm going to complete my... It says I can't complete the contract on field 34. Or can't collect on it.
Really?
Oh, because you're not. Yeah, he's not a farm manager.
You got to log in as admin.
Yeah, he still has to be promoted to farm manager. Second. For now.
Right.
Is that all your contracts?
Yeah.
Well, let's give DJ a bit of a chance to catch up and he can finish his contracts off. If you want to, jump into the farm on that me and Smudo are in. And there's a tractor going up and down the field as a hired work. If you want to take over that one, I'm doing the same field as he is. It's a big field, but I'm just going to alternate.
This guy?
Yeah, I'm doing one side and he's doing the other. In fact, I might change it to do this side, to be honest, because this is longer. If you want to do that as well, go east to west. Line up. I've got to get used to this slight latency.
Oh, is he on
My latency is
auto-drive?
perfect.
Oh no, I can't do that, damn it. Oh, yeah, actually I can. What's that?
Is he on auto-drive?
No, he's not on auto drive. Doesn't do field
He's on a
work.
helper.
He was just on a helper.
Yeah, but he's not a farm manager. He can't.
No, if he's locked in with them, he doesn't need to be. He should be able to take over. He just hit H to stop it.
No, helper management is an extra right, remember?
No, it's not. But if you're an admin, you're automatically a farm manager.
Well,
So he should be able to stop the
Yes.
worker. Which is done. So yeah, if you want to go up the top, if you want to go a long way, that's the way I'm going.
Yeah.
And we'll meet in the middle. What the hell are those? What lines? The yellow ones and stuff, mate. Is that what you're on about? Bender.
yeah, why don't I have those lines? You have
'Cause-
them show all lines, but it doesn't show all lines.
I told you, there's a button for you to bring them up. This is the enhanced vehicle mod GPS that I use. So basically, there's a mixture of lines you've got. So you've got the red ones here, which gives you a bit of guidance. It gives you with the tractors pointed with the width of the equipment, and also a line at the back for the width of the equipment. They match up once you're lined up. The yellow lines gives me the ability to know where I'm going to turn into. So as I go down this one, I've snapped to this one, Panda, and then I know when I turn to the right, I can line straight up. And when you turn to the right, it'll automatically bring, you see a middle line here, the middle yellow line. I'll bring that up onto that one. And then when I hit the snap button, it'll snap straight to that. So you know you can line up. Plus, I've got this on. I've got the option for it to do, watch this when it gets to the end. I've got it on cruise control, I'm not touching the steering wheel. I'm getting to the end of the field, still not touching anything. Haven't touched the thing, so it automatically turns and lines back up. I've also got a setting for it to disable, either do a turn at the end, and you can set how many meters away. The first setting is always the headland width of the implement, but you can set it from 0 to 20 meters away from the headland to do a turn, or disable cruise control. And you can hide those lines. So there should be a button there, Smitter, which toggles lines. So whatever brings up the red line, you just use the same again until it brings up the yellow lines, and then it can bring up both.
It doesn't show yellow lines though. It shows a white line, red line, nothing.
You got to snap first. You got to snap to an angle to be able to bring it up. That's the thing that they changed. You used to be able to bring it up any time, but now you got to actually snap to an angle. Doesn't matter where you do it, just snap to an angle, and then after you snap to an angle, you can bring them up and they'll stay there, and then you can adjust them.
So how do I set up the entire track?
The what, sorry?
The track.
Yeah, you have to look in the key bindings because all mine's set to my steering wheel.
Yeah, I'm locked in the thing,
Yep.
but as you can see, nothing. White line, red, nothing.
Oh, you got to reset. You got to reset. Hang on, I'll give you the key. I can tell you while you're on the go because I don't need to control it. Sorry, I've forgotten about that bit. Vehicle control add-on. Here we go. There's a vehicle control. It's enhanced vehicle, isn't it? So what you need to do is right control keypad 2, I think.
Yeah, there it is.
While you snap, don't do it any other times,
Actually,
While when you've set yourself up and snap to the direction you want to go, then use the right control keypad 2, and that'll bring up the lines.
So then, how do I make it turn automatically?
What, too complicated? It's not, no, mate. It's actually really easy once you get going. Well, you just got to know your key bindings. Pin out, I'll tell you in a second, mate. Once you do it, it's real simple. It's a lot easier to get up and running than guidance steering by a long shot. And the best thing is like, well, if you want to do headlands, like you can set up like Smudo's got his lines, and when you get to the end, you can use the red ones to do a headland. So you don't have to change your yellow lines. You can leave them then. You can do your headlands and then go back to the yellow line for your tracks. To do the changing and all that stuff, where is it? Change headland mode, which is right control numpad. And right shift numpad. Right control numpad star will change the headland mode, so it will cycle through turns, then to disable cruise control, and then to nothing. And if you want to change the distance, you'd use right shift numpad star. I mean, admittedly, it's a lot easier for me because everything's on. I've set it up all on my wheel, but you can adjust those. Like you can change it to Control W to snap. You could do Alt W to reset the lines so you get the yellow lines to come up, you know. And then you can just set whatever keys you want to change the headland thing, which comes up in the display on the right there, Panda, above the speedo, all that display there, which gives me the repair state of the tractor, the roller, the fuel I'm using. Then I've got the snap angle, and up on the right sort of side there, you might see it a green circle with a U-shape arrow, and then 0.0, which is telling me that it's doing turns, and I've set it to 0 meters from the edge of the field.
How do I do that though?
Yeah, well, that comes down to Aussie. That comes down to the turning circle of the tractor. So if you do headland, because it's a headland, it's set for a headland, so you've got to do headlands. So depending on the tractor. If I do 3 headlands, it would have been fine, but I hadn't done any headlands there. I'm just being lazy. I just figured out him. I thought I recognised the name Master Matthew. Fifth Chord. One of our regular people keeping the Fifth Chord server going. Doing a fantastic job. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I missed your comment because I was too busy. I'm getting bombarded, Matthew. That's what the problem is. I barely be able to think and do something at the same time, let alone think, talk, answer questions, keep an eye on chat. That's if you're still here. So how you getting on, DJ?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, if there is anyone new watching, by the way, let me do this for you. Give you an idea of what's going on with this competition between us at the moment. The Farming Stimulator 22 Monopoly competition. You all done, are you?
Yep, done.
Alright, we'll finish this field off. And we'll skip the night. So, yeah, any questions? Feel free to pop it into chat.